Alrighty, I don't know if this is breaking news anymore. Who knows. But apparently we need yet another version of Onslaught. Not the Combaticon, but Professor X's Dark Side, which they've done before in the X-Men and Micronauts, I believe, and a couple other times, I'm sure. But the Onslaught, this was the big mother. So let's go through the toys, alright? I remember the Toy Biz one, the original, the line of, was it 3 or 4? Yeah, there was 4. Onslaught, Jean Grey, I think there was a Wolverine, and an Apocalypse. I don't want to be mean to Toy Biz because I love that company. It was a pretty standard fare figure, but it was no Marvel Legends when they were starting doing Marvel Legends, but I think this was a stepping stone to the Marvel Legends. So I was like, all right, it was a cool figure. I have it. Couldn't really do much with it. It was kind of like a McFarlane Series 1 and 2. Probably more a Series 1, when they were just still Todd toys. And, but I liked it because, you just stand him up and he's, and then they got into the Marvel Legends. And of course you love that. And the Build-A-Figure, which was the Super Ubernaut version of Onslaught, which, okay. I thought it was a little, like they could have done more with it to make it look more impressive. It just kind of looks kind of like some kind of xenomorph reject. Maybe that was the artist that did it. I can't blame the toy company if they only get certain pictures from artists. I guess they didn't have artists that actually knew how to draw toys or extrapolate and make it a little more interesting. But whatever. And then we get to the big Megillah. The Hasbro Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Onslaught, which you had to have, which they got you really good over the barrel with this one. Because you had to get a different figure if you wanted the Red Skull head from the Axis comics, which everybody pretty much hated, which I actually liked probably because everybody else didn't like it. When I remember when those comics came out, I had got the first 3 months of them, the first 3 issues, and I had read them, and I don't even think I might have read like 1.5 of them. I might have read all 3 of them. I just was kind of, okay, they're all bad now, woo, and like we haven't seen that before. And then I went down to Bonanza Books, and he's like, yeah, nobody likes this comic book. And I go, what? I go, I don't like the comic book, so that means there must be something wrong with my thinking if everybody agrees with me, or if I agree with everybody else. So I went back and reread, because I had picked up the rest of the series, and I was like, okay, a little more interesting than I thought, but ultimately, I didn't hate it. It wasn't Civil War 2, so, I was like, okay, that's fine. But I see what they were going for in the comic book, and that's all right. I like how you're starting to blend characters together, and blend storylines together, and actually how to get to Days of Future Past, which and so yeah, do we need another Onslaught? Sure, it's on a vintage Toy Biz card, but what is it different from any of the other figures? Sure, it looks more, it's probably just another Build-A-Figure Onslaught, just jammed into things. You get it on a card so you can feel nostalgic, which I don't have a problem with. But, do we need to pay that kind of money? Especially to Hasbro? I'd rather buy if Mezco did a Onslaught, make it so it's an Ubernaut one where he's in his most psychic form, or where he's kind of the real kind of monster-looking thing, and his traditional, like he showed up in, what was that, X-Men 58? I think? 57? I can't remember. And then if they wanted to have a head, a Red Skull head, just to have, if you wanted to do that one, or buy another one to do that one with, well, okay, cool, but what the hell are you doing, Hasbro? What the French fuck? But these are my thoughts. Tell me what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Bye-bye.